Emotional stability while facing the problems. Good intentions may lead to unintended consequences. One of the non-negotiable facts is that the life we live will never be free of complications, problems, and inconveniences. Whether it happens in the family, in the community, or in the work environment. Emotional stability versus unintended consequences. Different life problems will continue to exist, will not end, and therefore one must always be convinced of their existence, continuity, and work on managing them with some wisdom and prudence. Which is not devoid of explicit confrontation with them, in order to find solutions or alternatives, instead of resorting to painkillers, or transfer these problems to others. If we want to classify the problems or difficult situations that a person may be exposed to, we can identify two main types of these difficult situations. The first one is the situation happened suddenly and expressed its moment. This is the most difficult type, due to the surprise element, and its temporal effect is often short. The second one is the situation which characterized by previous signs and harbingers that warn of its occurrence, and perhaps no one paid attention to it. Or he followed the method of procrastination towards confronting this situation despite his seeing those signs, foreshadowing. And it was noted that the temporal effect of this type of difficult situations is often take long time and is extended. Among the unforeseen, and also not realizing the destructive reasons, which can lead to the emergence of any of these types of difficult situations, is returned back to what we can call the actions, that some see these actions characterized by good faith, which may reach in some cases to the level of crimes. While others still insist in believing that its consequences are unintended. We have to ask, how many rights have been taken away, and how many injustices are born, under the ceiling of the vernacular, sayings from the public automatically in our societies. Such as, what do you have to do to him, allow him this time, giving him a chance, what he did it was not intended, etc. The first thing that you must do to face these difficult situations, is to use your conscious and wise vision, towards the emerging situation. Then determine whether it is the result of an unintended mistake, ignorance, lack of knowledge, someone who wanted to reform and turned into harm, etc. Or it arose as a result of premeditation, to harm and expose you to embarrassment, or direct you to a dangerous situation. There are other things that you must follow, which are manifested by your deep understanding of the situation, your preparation of a solid plan to confront this situation. Also you have to consider that it is not an embarrassment to ask for help, as you can make some changes, that will reduce the impact of the damage arising from the situation, and its effects. Finally, you should focus on what you can do, in order to get rid of the effects of this difficult situation, not to make a good intention an obstacle to activating the principle of reward and punishment. And not to stand idly by in front of events.